So it has been 3 days, 6 if we're including the early access, since Payday 3 has come out. And this has to be the worst launch in video game history. You can argue that Cyberpunk was very broken at launch, but you could play it. You could physically play it. No Man's Sky. Yeah, it was pretty bare bones and a bad game, but you could play it. Payday 3, you literally cannot play it. I have played maybe 2-3 hours in total of Payday 3 while it has been out for the past 3 days. Thankfully, I am a Game Pass owner, so I haven't had to pay for it. You could say, oh, you pay for Game Pass. However, I have not had to pay $40 or more if you've paid for the gold edition or any of the other editions for a broken game that literally you can't play. There is no offline mode. There's no single player mode. Unless you're counting the tutorial missions, but I wouldn't. The game, you have to play it online with other people. You have to, or you cannot play it. I would definitely argue that this is the worst video game launch in history, because you can't play this game for more than like an hour before the servers start crashing and you get the infamous matchmaking error. Or in my case, I've even gotten unknown error. And this isn't just my experience. This is how the entirety of the Payday experience has been going for the past 3 days. This isn't a free-to-play game. People paid money for this. It's almost like you could argue that Payday took their own inspiration of bank robbing and crimes and used this game to just launder money. Here, pay us $40 for a game that does not work. Now, of course, that's a joke. I'm not accusing them of actual money laundering here. But there has to be some sort of compensation for all of this, because this game just does not work. If you go onto the Payday 3 Twitter over the past 3 days, their entire Twitter is just, oh, the game's down, but we're working hard to fix it. I will show it to you right now. It is currently 7:26 on September 24th. 3 hours ago, heisters were currently seeing signs of an emerging issue with the matchmaking services in Payday 3. Literally, I was trying to play with Egg earlier, and I just couldn't. We tried and tried and tried, and then we saw this tweet, and we're like, oh, not again. Matchmaking services are recovering and players are returning to the game. If you don't immediately get a successful lobby, give it a few minutes and then try again. The recovery has halted and we have another drop in the service. The team is working on restoring functionality as soon as possible. And every day they've been tweeting out, heisters, how are we doing? And of course, it's people being like, the game doesn't work. Hey, it's fixed after half your players refunded, so of course the servers are less stressed. I joked about this. I literally joked about this yesterday. I was like, you want to know what the reason why the servers are dipping and falling? It's because people have given up. They have stopped playing. That's why the servers are fine sometimes, and then not others. Because people are like, oh, the servers are fine, let me hop back in, and then they crash again. In my opinion, they have not fixed anything. Nothing has been fixed, it's just player fluctuation. It's people giving up playing it, and then once they do, oh, the servers are magically fine again. I genuinely don't think they have fixed anything. It's just rising player numbers, and then decreasing player numbers. It's been 3 days. Whatever you're doing is not working. Sadly, it's back down. There's the infamous matchmaking error. But for 3 days, it's been non-stop. Oh, we're seeing an increase in matchmaking issues. It's a long night. Once functionality comes back, it's still unstable for a time. Heisters, we're sorry. Heisters, like, number 1 on Steam, no one's being able to play it. Your servers are obviously the problem, and nothing you're doing is fixing it. And then once you get into a game, this is going to be a personal opinion here, the game's not even terribly fun, in my opinion. I have played both Payday 1 and Payday 2, and it definitely feels like OG Payday more than a sequel to Payday 2, and it just feels so grindy and just kind of not a fun experience to play. If it was free to play, I could cut it a lot of slack for the issues that I personally have with it, but it's not. It's $40. To me, as a $40 game that's gonna have probably hundreds of dollars of DLC, I'm just like, this game doesn't feel complete. And obviously, it's not, with how the state of the servers are. But I don't know how they're gonna fix this besides just getting more servers. But I wanted to wait and report on this. I know a lot of people have already talked about this game just not working, but 3 days, and this game still does not work. Whatever solutions they're trying aren't working. In my opinion, just play Payday 2. Just play Payday 2 in the meantime. Maybe try Rockay City. I even thought about it. I contemplated this. I was like, do I need crime heisting fix that badly? And then I was like, no, I'm just gonna go back to Cyberpunk. And that's what I've been doing. I've been playing Cyberpunk because Payday 3, just one, it feels grindy when you can play it. Two, you can't really play it. And every time I've tried, like, it's not just, oh, trying to match with your friends and that's the issue. Public lobbies don't work. Private lobbies don't work. Just add single player. Like, scramble together and start trying to figure out how you can do this single player. Because that is the only way you're going to satisfy the players at this point. Because these servers just aren't working. That is my advice, Payday 3, Payday team, is just add single player mode. Focus on that because whatever you're doing with these servers is not working and it's just leaving the worst taste in people's mouths. Especially if this is your first time playing a Payday game. You need to have some sort of compensation. Payday 2 needs to be $1 so people can play that in the meantime. I don't know. Let me know what you think of the game if you've been able to play it. I want to stream it eventually on this channel or either on my Twitch channel, but like I said, it's so unstable that I just haven't had the chance to. But let me know what you think Payday is going to do moving forward. Are they going to try to make it single player so people can play it? How long do you think this issue is going to last? I want to read all those comments down below. If you did like this video, feel free to like it. It helps the video out a lot. And if you want to see more Payday stuff once it actually works, feel free to subscribe down below, and I will see you for the next video. Thank you for watching.